Hello. Okay, I'm on the right internet connection. Hello. I'm jumping with a quick one because I'm going out for an early birthday lunch, and we only have a few hours before we pick up our little one from the nursery. So I'm Ashka Colton, the Get Ready for Love mentor. I work with smart and successful single women who are unlucky in love and who are tired with dating. They want to have a break and focus on themselves, and I help them to reconnect with themselves and learn how to love and value themselves. And as a result, they start making more empowered romantic choices. They stop repeating the same mistakes in love, and they attract true love that lasts. And today I want to talk. There was one lady who reminded me of something very, very important. We met a few years ago. I did a talk, and my talk was about my story and about taking the time to do some inner work and to get to know yourself before you start looking for love, because then your results will be better. And so she reminded me, now she's in a happy relationship, so congratulations. But she reminded me of how important it is to do the inner work around self-love, your worthiness, your readiness for a relationship, and getting to know yourself and having clarity about what you are looking for and what you want to manifest in your love life before you even start dating. And I know most of us, and I'm talking about single women who are dating or who have decided to stop dating because they are not being successful at dating. We just rush. We are like on this autopilot, one relationship ends. We don't give ourselves enough time to integrate the mistakes and to decide about making some changes. And we just rush into another relationship. And I was on that autopilot for 10 years. One relationship, a failure, another date, another few dates, another relationship. And I wasn't looking within. I was just focused externally and on my actions and on being proactive to actually find another man, because I felt so empty within and I wanted to fill the gap. And my life pushed me to a place of exhaustion, and I needed to look at it and be honest with myself. And I was brave enough to make a decision to stop the dating entirely and reconnect with myself, because I felt like I lost myself in the whole process of looking for love. And that was the best thing and the best decision of my life, because today I believe I'm a product of that decision and the consequent decisions I made after that decision. And I believe I'm in a happy relationship with my current partner, and I am mom due to the fact that one day I chose myself. I decided, okay, enough was enough. My dating wasn't working. I was losing myself in the game. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was looking for. Sorry, I've got something in my eye which is really irritating me. And I was honest with myself. And instead of running away from myself into the arms of all these wrong men I kept manifesting from my really low self-esteem and feeling unworthy of love, I took a break and I spent 2 years discovering myself and enjoying my own company and building an awesome relationship with myself and becoming a happy single woman. As a result of these changes, I don't know what's happening. You have something in my eye? As a result of these changes, I became a new woman who easily manifested the best partner of her life, the love of my life, who is now the dad, an amazing dad to my little boy. And these things, I believed, were out of my reach. I'm 41 tomorrow, and I got pregnant pretty late. and I believed it wasn't going to happen to me, because looking at the lack of love, or lack of lack in love, I didn't believe it was going to happen to me. But it did, because I did the fucking inner work, and I embraced who I was, and I stopped repeating all the same mistakes in love, and I took a break and decided, okay, this is what I deserve, this is what I want to find, this is what I'm not going to compromise on, and this is what I'm waiting for, and I'm not going to accept anything else. So I became pretty clear, I became pretty determined, because I discovered my value and I started to feel worthy. And that's why I think taking the time, and it doesn't have to be 2 years, it was my personal decision, because I suddenly fell in love with being single and I didn't want to be in a relationship, which was the most liberating thing of all. I encourage you to take a break. If you are stuck in the cycle of attracting losers and jerks and people who can't give you what you want and men who are not ready to commit, and you keep repeating the same patterns in love, and you feel tired with dating, and you feel like you've done so much to find love, but it's not fucking happening, like in my life, and you start to feel like there must be something wrong with me, I'm doing something wrong, why is it not happening to me? It's not happening to you because you have to take a break and go within and start honoring and valuing who you are before you can get that back from a man. So the inner work is crucial, and if you skip that work, if you skip that element, you will be constantly attracting the wrong kind of guys. You'll be constantly finding yourself in situations which are not serving you. You'll be repeating the same patterns. You'll be attracting the same kind of guy with a different face. So please do me a favor, or do yourself a favor, and take a few weeks or a few months to do the inner work you need to do to start to love and appreciate yourself more, to start to feel worthy of love. And it doesn't have to be a long time, and it doesn't have to be, hello my dear, hello Arietta, I've just been inspired by you today, and I'm sharing the insights about the inner work and how important the inner work is before we even start looking for love. So, and you don't have to do it alone. And I suggest you do it with someone like me, for example. I've got a perfect thing for you. It's coming on the 20th of June. I'm doing the dating detox experience. And that is precisely my personal journey from being a miserable single woman who was stuck on the dating treadmill for 10 years and who went on about 110 dates, and she was still single. Because I didn't look within. I was focusing on the externals and on the relationship with the man without healing and fixing the relationship with myself in the first place. So it's a 6-week group coaching program for single women who are done with dating, who are done with collecting dating tips, who believe and know they need to go deeper, and they need to honor themselves more, and they need to learn how to love themselves more, and they need to reconnect with themselves and nourish themselves and create an awesome relationship with themselves, which will make you feel more secure and more confident and more assertive. You also get the clarity on what you are looking for and what is the best relationship for you. Obviously, we'll be talking about boundaries. It's the biggest thing ever. So I believe if you stop reading all the books about how to date and what kind of dating tips to apply to your dating to be successful, and you start focusing on your boundaries and strengthening your boundaries, you'll be much more successful. And I believe I'm in a happy relationship today because I set some pretty strong boundaries in place, and I started to attract different guys. Because I believe high quality guys love boundaries and love women who know what they want in love. Not the ones who want to be rescued and who want to find love ASAP because they are so unhappy with being single. And the biggest part of this course is obviously also the part on taking more responsibility for your happiness, because when you start creating a life you love living, and when you live from a happy space, from a happy place, and you become a genuinely happy single woman, you start to send a completely different vibe out there. A woman who is at peace with herself, who loves herself, and men, the right men, pick up on it. So you'll be attracting different guys, and you'll be having different kind of dating experiences. Plus you'll be in charge. You won't be as desperate and needy of a relationship, so you will have better judgment and clarity who to choose for a date and who to choose for a relationship. You'll be also eliminating all the time wasters and people who are not there to find a serious relationship. So the course starts on the 20th of June. For the next 4 days, there's still an early bird price available. I'm gonna post the link to the page with all the details about the course. If you have any questions to me, obviously just send me a message and I'll talk to you. I believe it's the best thing you can do for your love life. You don't need more dating courses. You don't need courses which will give you all the possible tips, how to find a man, how to get the ring, how to get ready for getting married or whatever. Because when you start respecting and honoring and valuing yourself, you'll be choosing the right people for you. And you don't need the tips. You don't need the dating rules. You set your own fucking rules. So this is it from me. I just want to, and even if you don't do the course, please do some inner work on your own, with another coach, with a friend, or whatever. Just nothing will change in your life if you don't look within and if you don't become honest with yourself. You'll be still attracting the same kind of guys. You'll be still making these poor romantic choices out of desperation and loneliness. You will be losing yourself in the dating game because your aim is just to be in a relationship and you don't pay attention to anything else, and you don't pay attention what is happening within you. And that is the most important thing, because what's happening within you is then reflected on the outside. So what you are seeing on the outside now is just an indication that you need to change something internally. Mostly you just need to love and value yourself more, because then you start making different romantic choices. You start aiming higher in the dating game. You start being more assertive and say thank you, the next one please, to the guys who are not showing up the way you want them to show up and who can't give you what you want. So yeah, that's it for me. I'm not going to repeat myself. If you want to hear it again, you can do the replay. And if you are watching it later and you like the sound of my program, please let me know in the comments or PM me. And that's it for me. I'm gonna shower quickly and run for my lunch. Keep well, everybody. Thanks for watching and thanks for joining me.